Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. Hopefully, your week is going great. I know mine did, or is, or still is. So that's always good. That's always good. That's always good. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, as you can see, I've got some really cool money saving tips. So, rolling into the end of the year, what I thought it would be a good idea, especially going into the holidays, going into Christmas, and going into New Year, what's going to happen is there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be going into debt. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do a let's get out of debt and let's pay less money on stuff. And primarily going to talk about saving money or how to pay less on stuff than we do now. So I'm going to dig up some articles, dig up some information, maybe even bring on some interviews over the next 60 days to help you through the holidays and then roll into next year into 2021, hopefully with a little bit more money in your pocket than you're starting with. Hey, Tamara, thanks for swinging by. So we're going to talk about some basic tips on how to spend less money, or if you want to call it that way, or how to save money on stuff that you would do every day, and just some basic tips. Some of them may be like, oh, I know that makes sense. And some of the stuff as we go through this series will help you out a lot for sure, for sure, for sure. And for those of you that would like, I've got a webinar that I'm going to be doing basically on how to save money. It's a money saving webinar. If you'd like to attend that webinar, shoot me a private message. I'll get you the date for that. That's going to be this upcoming week. I'm not quite sure what day it's going to be on yet. I'm still trying to track down and pin down some folks that want to play with me on the webinar. So, but that's going to be coming up this next week for those of you that want to jump in and be on that webinar. It will be in the evening sometime for sure, for sure. I'm thinking it's probably going to be Thursday-ish around that time frame. So for sure. So let's jump into that. 9 money saving tips to help you save money, to help you stay out of debt. On some things that you definitely need to know. Again, if you'd like to join the webinar, shoot me a private message. I'm thinking it's probably going to be on Thursday, but I'll tie that down. I'll get a post up here, get an event post put up for those that want to join that webinar on how to save money. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to go over some stuff that you'd be like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. So pretty neat. So say goodbye to debt. Monthly debts are the biggest money suck out there when it comes to savings. Debt robs you of income. So here's some things that's really important that you might not know. Oh, and of course, it's obvious. So if you get out of debt, you'll save money. But the odd side of that is the interest that you're paying. And a lot of that has to do with your credit score. So that's a whole nother training. We'll talk about that sometime during the upcoming months, is some tips on how to increase and improve your credit score, because the higher your credit, the less interest you pay. The less interest you pay, the more money you get to keep. And we'll talk about some cool ways to adjust that. And having a background in auto sales, especially having a background in dealing with people with bad credit in auto sales, I've seen some people make some just horrible decisions when it comes to buying a car. And we'll talk about some ways to do that, the smart way to buy an automobile, so that you understand that you're that you know that you're getting a good deal, primarily on the interest rate and banking side, which is very, very important. So we'll talk about that as well. So some really cool stuff coming up to help you get out of debt. So number one, you need to get rid of debt if you're going to have money in your savings account, right? So that's in your savings account, or paying less on stuff. Let me see. I need to pull this other screen up here so we can go through this a little bit more expeditiously to get this going. So basically, I said if you're tired of being broke, we're going to go over these 9 money saving tips to help you save some money on stuff that you would normally do every day. This next one seems like it should be a no-brainer. Cut down on your groceries, right? Most people, after they do a budget, are shocked to find out how much money they're actually spending on grocery store each month. And if you're an average American family with 5 kids or under, you're probably spending somewhere around $900 a month on groceries. That's freaking stupid crazy. So walking through the grocery aisles, just grabbing bags of this, and that, and the other, and throwing them in your goodie basket probably isn't a good idea. So what I'm working on in my household is actually doing a menu and shopping on a menu, so that we know what we're having for breakfast. For me, because typically it's a shake or something like that, something that's low cost, maybe like a sausage and a couple of pieces of sausage and some pancakes, something very, very easy, maybe some eggs. So that's pretty static. That's pretty standard in our house is breakfast stuff. But it's the rest of the day, especially when it comes to door dashing and things like that. It's very, very important to be able to cut down on groceries. But if you have a grocery list, when you do go shopping, you know exactly what you're going to shop for, especially that if you don't forget something, so you don't have to go all the way back and, of course, spend money and time to go back to the grocery store to do that. A lot of stores deliver nowadays, so that can also take a little bit of the burden off. So it's very, very important to plan that. You can also shop online and pick your groceries up. So you can go through you can shop online and actually order what you need to order and use the receipts that you had last week to compare to what you have in your pantry and your grocery list and your refrigerator to shop, of course. So number 3, cancel automatic and monthly subscriptions. This is something that's really cool. Nowadays with the streaming services, you can almost subscribe to stuff based on when your favorite shows are on. So rather than just have like a certain channel forever, you only have it when your shows are on, right? So you can actually subscribe to it during that season and unsubscribe to it. Now it's going to take a little, you probably have to do like a worksheet somewhere that says, hey, this is when my show comes on. And of course, they always throw in a brand new show that's going to be opposite of the other show to make you keep the subscriptions longer. They're not dumb. They figure out how to do that, but keep track of that. So it's very, it might be like your subscription to Amazon Prime, which can be very, very expensive if you're not using all the features in Amazon. You can get pretty expensive that way. So just be careful of the streaming services that you apply to. We just cut off a couple because I'm like, why are we spending $10 a month to watch one show maybe? It just didn't make any sense, so we canceled that. And some of them are really expensive. Like YouTube has a YouTube channel, which is like $65 a month. It didn't make any sense. I can do that and just get cable, right? Buy generic is number 4, hands down one of the easiest ways to save money. I love shopping at generic stores. We go to Aldi a lot here in the St. Louis area. We also go to, is it Shop and Save, babe, the blue one? Yeah, and Shop and Save is a very generic. Shop and Save has really good generic peanut butter. I don't know if it's generic, it's just not mainstream peanut butter, and their strawberry preserves are really good. So really, you can get in and out really fast. Like, you can get in and out of their store really fast. So they have some really good stuff. I have some really good generic breakfast sausage as well. So really cool place to shop and finding stuff that's generic. Even if you shop at Walmart, finding generic brand stuff there as well. Number 5, cut ties with your cable company. We canceled our cable, and we have internet. We have streaming internet, but as for cable TV, I think it's been a year now, maybe more, that we haven't paid for cable TV, and we didn't miss a beat because we spend most of our time. We spent $13 on those HD antennas. We've got those hooked up. Matter of fact, I've got one hooked up to my other monitor over here. So if I want to watch like local news, all I've got to do is just go to TV mode, and I've got all my local channels, my 2s, my 4s, my 7s, my 9s. I think there's almost like 50 channels I get just off of an antenna that cost me $13. I don't have to pay for any streaming service at all. So recommend you check that out. And you just get a cable, you plug it in the back of your TV, put the antenna up there. Matter of fact, it looks just like, I don't know if I can pull this around here so you can see it. It looks, get this on camera here. Let me spin this around here a little bit so you can see that. Yeah, that's my cable antenna. That's my antenna thingy, my HD antenna thingy there for you. So that's what that looks like. And it's plugged up to my TV to watch TV with, of course, if I want to watch the local news. Number 6, saving money automatically. Set up a savings plan so it automatically, if you get paid weekly or monthly or whatever, you automatically put some money into a savings account directly out of your check. If you get extra money, don't spend it. Put it in savings for sure. Definitely want to keep that. And number 8, reduce energy costs. Figure out there's ways around your house that you can save on energy. Maybe rather than just having your furnace go, you get independent heaters for each individual room, so you're not warming up rooms that don't need to be warmed up. And do that. That's a really good way to save money. If you can install a gas furnace in your house versus electric, that's a huge save. I mean, our electric bill went ridiculously down when we went away from our electric furnace and went to a gas fireplace. Saved us tons of money for warming our house up in the wintertime. It was just ridiculous. I mean, we're talking probably $700 or $800, just in a few months time frame in the winter time frame. Then overall, it's probably a couple of $1,000s a year that we saved from doing that. And of course, number 9, unsubscribe from unsubscribe to marketing emails. That's a big one. There's the unsubscribe to marketing emails. Email marketers will get you on stuff. You're like, dang, why did I just buy that? Oops, there's another one. Why did I just buy that? That's absolutely crazy. So those are the some nine tips that you probably didn't think about, especially on the marketing emails. That one really got me. I'm like, you know what? I'll see a marketing email that jumps in my inbox, and next thing you know, I just spent 27 bucks on a course that's probably still saying. Matter of fact, I bought a course from Frank Kern here about 4 or 5 months ago that I paid $100 for, that I have not jumped in and gone through, because I saw it. I'm like, oh man, that's a cool course. I need to do that. And I didn't do that. So that's a whole another thing of I could have saved myself $100. Probably, if it was that important, I probably would have done the course when it was live. Now it's just sitting up on my shelf, just like those Carlton Sheets real estate courses that you buy in the box and you put on your shelf, and then you never actually listen to the tapes or the CDs. For those of you that are old enough to remember that, that probably made a lot of sense to you. For those of you that don't, sorry, I can't help you on that one. So if you'd like to attend the webinar this upcoming week, definitely shoot me a private message. I'll get that over to you. You'll definitely want to be there. I'm going to go over some just very cool stuff to help you save some money and show you how to save some money on some very basic stuff that you like, wow, I didn't know that could happen. So the webinar is coming up this Thursday. I'll have a time up. It's probably going to be, I don't know, I'm not going to say yet, but I'll post the time, because I've got to check my coaching calendar to make sure I'm not interfering with that. But excuse me, I have a feeling it's going to probably be on this Thursday. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. I love you. Jesus loves you. Let's save some money. Let's stay out of debt during the holidays. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. I hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.